to make people notice me at the party and not be just the new kid that's albino. Make them say, yeah, I know, but have you heard him rhyme? No. Now I take that same party around the globe, and my story's connected with a lot of folks. I hope so, because that's the only thing that I know. I know him so well, I tell him with my eyes closed.
Goodfellow Radio Hip Hop Series, your boy QS interviewing Brother Ali. It's about us. Let's get it poppin'.
It's riots we made a mascot with names such as your religion or your class or your race. The same color blood just passed through our veins, and tears taste the same when they splash on your face.
The first thing I like to ask artists that aren't normally from New York, when they come to New York, is like, you know, what's the feeling like? Because when it's artists that aren't usually from New York, they go, hey, you know, this is the birthplace. So when they come here, it's like, I got to show out. You know what I mean? So now I got to know how Brother Ali feels in New York today.
I'm going to tell you the truth, it's changed over the years. I mean, obviously New York has changed a lot, but also the listeners of underground independent hip-hop have changed a lot. You know what I'm saying? The first time I came to New York was in '93 maybe, and I was a teenager, and you know, that was before this new name.
Yeah, of course.
And I was raised on hip hop since I was 7, 8 years old, and so the first thing I wanted to do is go see Cedar and Sedgwick.
Oh, okay.
And so I'm like, you know, 15. Me and my buddy get on the train, and it's you know, fall time, autumn, September, October, and man, we get on the train and it's still light outside. We get on the number 4, you know, go up into the Bronx, go all the way uptown, go to, you know. And
we get your trains, that's good.
Well, I mean, I've been around here now, but at that time, you know, we go, get out, and the sun has gone down, and we're in the South Bronx, and you know, we're from Minnesota.
Of course,
you know what I'm saying? So we went and saw it, and then we went right back to the train station, got right back to fuck on the train and got back to the city. But you know, that was one of my first experiences, and then you know, over the years, like I said, though, the audience has changed so much that the people that come and see me perform, there's always in every room, there's a few original hip-hop cats there, but the overwhelming majority are not. So the audience that I play to at my shows, now it's different because, you know, I played here with Big Daddy Kane, with Rakim, with Brand Nubian, played here with Doom, I've played here with The Roots.
A lot of legendary.
You know what I mean? When I play with them, that's playing in New York. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But my fans in New York are the same as my fans everywhere else, to be very honest.
It's really interesting that you bring up the fans, because just when I was sitting outside, I'm looking at the crowd that's coming in, and I'm like, yo, this is a very diverse group of people here. You know what I mean? I'm seeing black, white, Asian, you know what I mean? There's everything like that. Why do you think your music touches so many different people?
I think that socially we're trained to not go very far outside of our comfort zone. You know what I mean? In terms of economics, religion, but you know, race permeates everything in American culture. And I think a lot of these kids that are at these shows, you know, initially didn't feel like there was a place for them within hip hop. They didn't know how to relate to most hip hop artists, especially what they hear on the radio. And so they didn't really feel comfortable, and they didn't feel welcome in hip hop until they saw somebody that looked like them do it. Which is something that in the past, you know, has ruined music. You know, and so it's a very interesting and sometimes heartbreaking thing to be a part of. You know what I mean?
Do you think that there's some irony in it with this, you know what I mean, with us, with the concept of what you're going with it, that you have such a worldly, you know what I mean, audience to go with the music you make?
Well, I mean, this album came from, this is my reaction to who my fans are.
There it is.
You know what I'm saying? With me saying like, okay, I'm glad that you're here, and my music's always really personal, really honest, and very real. And it comes from my soul. And so I just take on face value that the people who connect with me, that our connection is real, that whatever's drawing them to it is real. it's unfortunate that they don't love all of rap and like I do.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And a lot of them do. A lot of them do. This is not everybody, but there's a large portion. And so what I started to think is like, you know, I've been asking for these people to listen to me. I've been sharing my heart with them. And they've been really supportive. And I think they're open. And I think they trust me. The people that really, really listen, they trust me. And there's a relationship that we have that's really based on a solid foundation of truth and honesty. And when I tell them my stories, they feel like it's them.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? They relate to it, even though we're not from the same neighborhood. We haven't lived the same life. But and what I realize is that we're all human beings, though. Mm-hmm. So even if they don't, even if you know, I make a song that is about you know, living next door to the dope spot. But I'm talking about stress and fear and pain. That's what they're relating to, because they've never seen a dope spot. Mm-hmm. But they know what it feels like to live. That stress is human.
It's like the emotions connect.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. And so I started to say, okay, if they're hearing stories like this and saying that's me, could I start telling the stories of the people that I've loved and do it in that same personal way that's based on the feeling of it? Mm-hmm. And that's allowed me to almost try and share. I don't even want to use the word educate, but share that part of my experience with the listeners. That they might not have these experiences. You know what I mean? They might not have lost friends to the drug game.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They might not have, you know, been up close and personal and, you know, part of a family that has a legacy in slavery. You know what I mean? See people addicted to crack. That was aimed at certain neighborhoods. You know what I mean? See, you know, certain sides of poverty. But then I also talk about things too that, you know, I talk about homophobia, talking about from my friends that I love who are gay and what they deal with. So I'm hoping
it's a very variety of topics and a wide range that hits.
It's like we're roommates just sharing a space. Can't separate and still carry the weight. Gotta heal, get away from the fear and the hate. Gotta shake free from them chains. You see what remains, just a human being, end of the day. Don't matter to me.